Mr. Dhankar, was seen as a controversial figure. The opposition did try to impeach him. There was a question marks over the signatures of some of the opposition MPs. There were also question marks over some of the statements that he would make outside Parliament, which were essentially seen to be endorsing the government's view on every issue. Should the Vice President be as neutral as possible was a question the opposition raised. The government, on the other hand, said that Mr. Dhankar would not be the kind who would be bulldozed by the opposition. He had strong views and he was entitled to express them, particularly on the judiciary. I have with me the letter that Mr. Dhankar has written as part of his resignation. He says, the warm trust and affection I have received from all the members of Parliament would forever be cherished, embedded in my memory. I express my deep gratitude to Honourable Prime Minister and the esteemed Council of Ministers. His Prime Minister's cooperation support have been invaluable. I have learned much during my time in office. The question will be, Kaun Banega Uprashtrapati? Maushmi Singh. Kaun Banega Uprashtrapati? Aishwarya is still with us. I don't know whether Maushmi is there, but there are a lot of contenders, presumably within the BJP. There's so much of talk about Kaun Banega BJP President. That issue has been pending for months on end. Suddenly the BJP has a new headache. Kaun Banega Uprashtrapati? Who do they make? Who do they find now who will fulfill the criteria of Mr. Dhankar? Someone who is seen to be proximate to the government. Who is that person likely to be? Venkaiah Naidu before him, now Dhankar. Who's likely to be brought out of the hat? Any names doing the rounds already?
And you rightly pointed out, we were all very keenly looking at who will become the BJP president. We had all these names doing rounds, and now the next 24 hours will be very, very crucial for the BJP and also for us reporters, covering Parliament. We will now have to see the name that comes up, the procedures that will be followed. How will the next 48 hours pan out? Because we have the Parliament session going on. Today was just the first day. Next 31 days is something that we will now keenly have to look at. But yes, someone who can manage the House, because the opposition was raising fingers, but the BJP was always coming and saying that what you are doing in Rajya Sabha, you are not respecting the chair. So we did see that Jagdeep DhankHar had the backing of the BJP time and again. The top leaders of the BJP used to say that what the opposition is doing in Rajya Sabha is not correct. So yes, we will now have to see the names that are doing rounds. But at the moment, it's too fresh, Rajdeep, for names to be out with regards to who the BJP will favor.
Right. Remember, if you look at the BJP's vice presidents, I think it was Venkaiah Naidu who was there for the first 6 years, of course, taking over from Hamid Ansari. Venkaiah Naidu was a veteran BJP politician. Dhankar had served with, if I recall, with Mr. Chandrasekhar, was very close to former Prime Minister Mr. Chandrasekhar, had switched a number of parties, comes from Rajasthan, but he was in more than one party, eventually finding place in the BJP. But Maushmi, what is the opposition saying about this? Have they been taken by surprise? I was asking Aishwarya who will replace Kaun Banega Uprashtrapati. She says that's very difficult to say. But how is the opposition seeing this? They have been critical, let's be honest, of Vice President Dhankar, saying that he has not been a neutral umpire.
Right, Rajdeep, the thing that I was pointing out to was that there was a discussion in the evening, and the opposition leaders were very happy, and they felt very high about the fact that, in the Rajya Sabha, they had been able to move an impeachment, give an impeachment notice to the chairman solely without the ruling party. And they said that, Ms. Dhankar had admitted that. Now they said that the government wanted that notice should actually come via the Lok Sabha, and the entire impeachment motion should happen in the lower house. And thereby, I even asked them the question that why didn't you take the ruling party MPs on board in the upper house if they had taken you on board in the lower house, where the signatures were done by all opposition and ruling party MPs. So it was a one-upmanship of sorts that we saw. And what I'm pointing out to is Mr. Dhankar was completely engrossed in the thick of things, knowing what's happening. He even said that the notice has been has been taken due notice of and will be admitted by tomorrow. So I really fail to understand that what caused him to really put up that resignation all of a sudden. There is something
one view is One view, of course, is that this will ensure that whatever change has to be taken takes place during this session itself. You don't have to call Parliament again. But the fact that maybe Mr. Dhankar decided today, first day, symbolic, he would attend perhaps and then take that big call to resign of Vice President with immediate effect. I think that's an important line there. I am resigning as Vice President with immediate effect is what we are being told. We are hoping to get some opposition leaders and government spokespersons to react, MPs to react to what has just been heard. Remember the opposition leader in the Rajya Sabha is JP Nadda, and the Mallikarjun Kharge, whose birthday it is, 83rd birthday today, is the leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha. But the big news that really has broken this evening, Jagdeep DhankHar, Vice President of the country, has resigned to prioritize his health. We wish him well. We wish him a speedy recovery. We know that he's gone through difficult times when it comes on health grounds, and we hope that he will continue to contribute in some way or the other to public life. That letter which is playing on my screen.